Hi everyone, welcome to Excel Clinic. Today we will show you the top 5 productive functions for accountants. After you master those, it will make your life much easier. Follow me, no tea. Before we start, please share, like and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started. First, aggregate function. You may find the aggregate function similar to the subtotal function, but the aggregate function enables you to do much more than the subtotal. Let me show you the magic now. This tab shows a group of values. If we want to get the sum of those values by using the sum function, it will hit an error due to the error written in row 14. Here, let's try aggregate instead. Go to the last row, type equal aggregate, choose 9 for the sum, 6 to ignore errors, then select the range for the sum. Ta-da! The sum is shown now. Let's check another scenario. In this tab, row 10 and 11 is hidden. We want a sum without adding the hidden rows. We can try the aggregate function now. Let's type equal aggregate, choose 9 for the sum, then choose 5 to ignore hidden rows. Then select the range for the sum. The sum is shown below without the hidden rows. Let's see the next scenario. This is the profit before tax report. To get the profit before tax, I should sum the whole range here without the subtotal lines, which is the row 5 and 8. Let's type equal aggregate 9 for the sum, then 0 to ignore subtotals. Then select the range for the sum. For this to work, row 5 and 8 sum figures should be derived using the function subtotal. Next, add total in one click. This is a simple tip to show you how to get a sum within seconds. First, format the data into table format. Then go to the Table Design tab and tick the total row. The sum shows immediately. Let's move to the next function, sum product. Sum product is a very smart function. It's built to work with arrays and that can perform calculation on the arrays directly. With this function, we can do many workings without the helper column. It definitely saves us a lot of time. The example illustrates here is to show how to compute the tax amount using sum product. The tax rate for each line is written in column C. The longer way of doing it is to multiply B2 and C2 and do that for the following items. After it's done, use the sum function to sum up to get the tax amount. Now let's do the shortcut way. Type equal sum product, select the range for the amount column, followed by selecting the range for the tax column. Ta-da! You can see the tax amount shows now. The default operation for sum product is multiplication. The columns get to multiply by default. The next function is Xlookup. With the introduction of Xlookup, we can forget about VLOOKUP for now. Xlookup is more flexible than VLOOKUP. Let's illustrate this using the example in this tab. In this example, if we want to look up the GL code 79011 to find its amount, how can we do it in VLOOKUP? If we just type the VLOOKUP formula as per normal, you will hit the error. It's because the first row in the data range is not GL code. To use VLOOKUP, we have to rearrange the order of the columns to make GL code to be the first column. However, this issue can be solved by using Xlookup. Let's type Xlookup equals to G3, which is the lookup value, then select column B, which is the lookup array, followed by selecting column C for the return value. Ta-da! The value shows now without any additional work done. The last function I'm going to introduce is FlashFill. FlashFill is like an AI tool in Excel. It automatically fills the data once it recognizes a pattern. Take the example here. The GL name and code are combined in one cell. How can I separate them without using any formula or code? We can just simply type the data we want on the first row, which is 79020. When you proceed to type to the next row, the list of predictions show. If this is what you expect, you can just press enter. Everything is filled up now. I have illustrated more examples for FlashFill in my previous video. Please feel free to refer to the video below to find out more about FlashFill. I hope you find those functions useful, and we shall see you next week.